In today's video, I'm going to be talking about owner occupancy rates and why it's important. I'm going to use one of our condo associations as an example. It's a 6-unit condo association. Out of 6 units, all 6 units are rented. And what does that mean to an investor, to an owner, and prospective owners? Why this matters is because the banks look at each condo whenever they're doing financing or a refinance to see if it's warrantable. And warrantable means that they can be resold to a secondary mortgage market like Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. That's the majority of banks, right? So any bank, let's say your local little bank, will actually sell that loan off to someone else. And they want to be able to make sure that they can sell it, make that profit, and keep originating other loans. But what will end up happening if it's non-warrantable, these other banks won't purchase them. So it means that you, the buyer, or anybody else might have trouble refinancing or financing that property, and you don't want that. So sometimes they'll have to do what they call a portfolio loan, and those portfolio loans will actually have higher interest rates, maybe more stringent conditions and terms. Why do banks look at investment property owners or higher owner occupancy in a different light? Because they think about it in the sense that if someone's living in the unit, they're probably more adept to paying their condo fees, paying their mortgages, paying all these things. Whereas if it's an investor, they just forget about it and just stop paying their mortgage, right? Or the building itself. I mean, you can tell if you have a unit of just renters, the building can get beat up a lot easier, right? You have owner-occupied people who care about the property a little bit more because it's their home versus renters who just say, well, I'm just going to be here for a year. So you have to be really careful. That mark of non-warrantability is about 50% with most banks. So you're going to want to watch your buildings. Sometimes condo associations will put a limit on how many units actually get rented within it. Sometimes it's the age or, no undergrads or college, but you do want to make sure that if you do start hitting that threshold, you start thinking about it, because the last thing you want to do is have anybody, when you're looking to sell your unit, have a hard time obtaining financing because the owner occupancy is so low. And if there's less people being able to obtain financing, there's going to be less demand. Less demand means that your price of your property actually goes down as well. These are just proactive things that we think about both as a property management company, as real estate agents, as mortgage brokers, for all of our owners when we're managing, and something to be aware of and be proactive about.